Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Ajuna Sharawat, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we trust these sessions are, a gathering of leaders and a knowledge-sharing community. Today on FaceTime with industry stalwarts, we have Pramod Deore. Pramod Deore presently is working as a Global Chief Operating Officer at CleanMax Enviro Energy Solutions Pvt Ltd. He has more than 2 decades of experience wherein he had exposure to distribution, management, and operational spheres, right from designing and engineering to construction, from procurement to building and maintaining an intricate supply chain, from asset management to stakeholder management, including customer experience functions. He has also been awarded India's top 100 most powerful CXO leaders in solar PV industry 2019 by Solar Quarter Awards. Welcome, Pramod, to FaceTime.
Thanks, Arjuna. Yeah.
Congratulations for this prestigious award. Please tell us what success mantra has helped you to win this most powerful CXO award in the solar PV industry.
Yeah, this award was for my contribution to the renewable solar PV industry during the phase of 2014 to 2019. And during this 5 years of the 5 years of period, so my contribution is I led a team who executed more than 1,000 number of projects, which are solar PV projects across different territories within India and internationally in Middle East and Southeast Asia.
1,000, you said?
More than 1,000 projects.
Wow.
During this tenure of 5 years, 2014 to 2019, I was awarded in 2019 for this contribution. And this massive scale is achieved through the innovative business models and specifically the integration of 3 critical success factors, which are people, process, and technology. When I started my career in renewable industry, that is in solar PV, so it was 20 people organization, and then after 4 years we were 800 plus. So that's the scale, from 1 megawatt to 1 gigawatt, that is 1,000 megawatt. This kind of massive scale has been achieved, and it is possible due to the integration of people, process, and technology. I will little bit describe about all 3.
Please.
Coming to the first one, people. Hiring the right talent, the talent acquisition, talent retention, talent development are the most critical phases of the people management. Identifying the skill gaps, training and development opportunities, nurturing the talent, and the complete vision to action exercise. What as a leader I supported each and every individual within the organization and within my team is to provide the purpose for the executives or the purpose for the people to come to the job and happily go back to home. When I say purpose is the entire organization building and the alignment. When I say alignment means what is the contribution of each individual to achieve the organization vision, mission, and objectives. That level of alignment we formulated, and which help people to see their purpose, and they could connect easily what I am doing is, for the benefit of the larger, achieving the larger goal of the organization and benefit of the entire stakeholders. So they establish this kind of purpose so that they keep motivated themselves and achieve their individual objectives. Thereby, we could achieve the departmental function, vertical, and the overall business and company level objectives. So that was really a goal congruence kind of the initiative in terms of people. The second was process. If we have good people, but the processes are very cumbersome or not there, then it doesn't make any sense. When I say the processes should be lean. The lean processes will lead us to reduce the cycle time of completing the individual deliverable, and there is a right mix of people and processes which are well supported through the technology. I'll talk about the technology later, but let me complete about the processes. So to deploy the lean and right processes, our approach was, I first started with implementation of ISOs, Indian Standardization Organization. So ISO 9001 for quality management system, ISO 14001 for environment management system, ISO 45001 for health and safety management system, and then ISO 55001 for asset management system. So we were the first organization under my leadership who went for ISO 55001, which is asset management system, in the first time in the entire renewable industry in complete Southeast, I can say the Asia, not only in India but the entire Asia. So this led us the different type of standardization in the processes, and thereby we can integrate and make it lean by opting the right kind of business excellence models, operational excellence models, and quality management system, and driving the process excellence and robust framework of governance and review mechanism, so that the plan, do, check, act, everyone will operate on this closed loop system. So that was well supported by a learning management system, which is called LMS, which was automated the system wherein everyone can put up their learnings, what went wrong, and we created a culture of learning management. So people are allowed to fail, but they should fail fast and not repeat the same mistakes, so that we can migrate from a startup to a full-fledged corporate. That was our agenda in terms of process deployment and lean processes. And then coming to technology. So technology is the biggest lever, or we can support the integration of people and processes. The major two initiatives under the technology is the process automation and digitization, so that we can reduce the entire cycle time of by which the people operate, and everyone delivers on time, before time, with right quality. So thereby this integration of people, process, and technology really lead us, or lead me as a leader, and who can bring the goal congruence and deliver at such a massive scale within the short period of 5 years span. So that was my success mantra.
Phenomenal. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Pramod, you have worked for a substantial time in the CSR and sustainability space. What do you think should be the most imperative driving factor for an organization to be sustainability focused?
Yeah, my opinion, or the guideline for the organizations could be a mantra of triple bottom line. So profit is not only the bottom line, but CSR and sustainability should also be taken as a bottom line for the organizations. So we call it as people, planet, and profit. This is the triple bottom line.
Okay.
So generally, organizations only focus on profit, and that's their bottom line. But the people and planet, the CSR and sustainability is also the part of bottom line. If we have this kind of mindset, then you are set and done. So generally, I observed, the many corporates in the organization within India, outside India, the CSR and sustainability, the approach is not very transformational, but a transactional and short period of time or one time kind of exercise for them. Instead, we should have the approach, process-driven approach and transformational approach. I'll little bit elaborate on how the process-driven or the transformational approach in terms of CSR and sustainability works. So organization should start with identification of their stakeholders. The stakeholders could be your internal employees, your vendors, your suppliers, community as a whole, then your customers, your board members, investors, bankers, regulators, government, all these interested party or the people who are going to impact by your operations are to be considered as stakeholders. And then the organization should carry out the exercise of stakeholder engagement and materiality assessment. In stakeholder engagement, every stakeholder should be involved in making a decision or giving their choices what makes material to the organization or what is the material topic or the focus area for the organization. Since a definition of stakeholder is the interested party or the people who are going to impact, so they have the larger stake as an organization and their opinion should be taken into the consideration. After stakeholder engagement, if they define their priorities, then we come to a materiality assessment and identification of focus areas. Once we come to the level of identification of the focus areas, then we have 4 to 5 major focus areas. It could be CSR, employee well-being, it could be biodiversity, it could be water conservation, it could be carbon emission reduction, so risk management, profit maximization. This could be the focus areas for the organization. And then one should devise a complete roadmap under each and every focus area. So where we are as of now, where we want to go after 1 year, and what would be our plan of action for medium term and long term for next 5 years, 10 years kind of horizon. After devising the roadmap, it comes to the level of making an action plan. So every focus area, you should write down the critical success factors and what actions needs to be taken. Every actions, who will lead that, who is responsible, when it is to be completed. So entire action planning will really guide the organization where we want to go and what we want to achieve. And then we create a governance and review mechanism, thereby periodically you review, measure, analyze what is achieved, what is not achieved, what went wrong, what actions and course corrections needs to be taken, so that you pop up and meet all your desired level of targets in every focus areas. If we do this kind of materiality assessment, then it is a transformational change, or your participation in people and planet kind of initiatives really transform the lives and impact positively. That is what is my experience in the domain of CSR and sustainability.
Wow, absolutely. Pramod, we would also like to know, what is the change you want to bring about in operational logistics?
When we talk about the operations, logistics or the supply chain is the inevitable part, and it's a larger role. When we say one solar project execution timeline is 4 to 6 months, so in 4 to 6 months, 80% of the time is manufacturing, logistics, warehouse, and all kind of stuff. So 80% of the time is just that particular value chain. So we should focus on optimizing the entire logistics or that particular value chain. And optimization initiatives could be your process automation, your the deployment of artificial intelligence and machine learning kind of initiatives. I segregate this into 3 areas. The one part of the logistics is the warehouse. So one should have a warehouse management kind of softwares. Thereby, you can reduce the cycle time, optimize the inventory, and reduce the material retrieval time. And it should be well supported with in addition to the human efforts, the robotics deployment. When it is done in a massive scale, so implementation of robotics also helped me in my the previous responsibility when I was heading the material management group in Reliance Infrastructure. And the second part of it is transportation and the logistics supply chain. There we can use the tools like Internet of Things, the IoT devices, GPS system, navigation. Thereby, we can optimize the routes, and depending upon the weather conditions, real time the route tracking and adopting the most optimum way, we can reduce the time as well as the fuel and all kind of operational efficiency can be achieved through different technologies. And the third part is predictive maintenance or the predictive analytics. Thereby, by using the past data, machine learning and AI tools can give us how to reduce the machine downtime or the vehicle downtime, fleet optimization. All these parameters, all this operational efficiency can be achieved by way of deploying certain analytical tools as well as the robotic process automation. So when we are today also, we are shipping 70% of our project, the material from India to Southeast Asia and Middle East. So the massive, the logistics is involved, and every step we see how optimization can be brought and reduce the cost, improve the quality, and reduction in cycle time can be achieved. Thereby, the projects are delivered on time, before time, kind of scenario.
How massive.
Yeah.
So much is involved in this. Pramod, you started your educational journey in electrical engineering, but later you transitioned to management. What inspired you to change your field? And was it a good move? And at the right time, you think you made the move in your career?
Yeah, so the fantastic. So it was the right move, good time. Everything was synergized together. So I'll narrate. I'll start with, I was in final semester of my engineering at VCT in Mumbai, and being a topper, yeah, being a
Okay,
topper,
fine.
being a topper,
Finally, okay.
yeah, being a topper, I was allowed to sit in different companies during our placement. Right. So I got selected in 3 organizations. So 2 were the leading software industries like Tata Technologies, Infosys kind of companies. And the third one was BSES Limited. That time it was electricity power generation, transmission and distribution utility, who was still now also it is Adani Electricity, who is supplying the power to entire Mumbai. So I prepared to opt for the hardcore electrical engineering role in a distribution company like BSES Limited, and I was not very keen on software role. After joining, I completed 3 years, and then I got promoted and placed in a distribution center where I was responsible for operation, maintenance, project execution, and entire customer care center, which cater to the requirement of 4 lakh plus customers. It starts with Goregaon West to the Borivali West, Goregaon, Malad, Kandivali, and Borivali, and that kind of area. And my team size was almost equal to what team size I have today, after 22 years. It was 100 plus people that time. Most of the team members were the junior engineers, senior engineers, working under me, and the 100 plus laborers, technicians, and all, and 4 lakhs plus customer base. So while doing all such kind of operations and managing the team and people, I find that engineering kind of stuff is getting catered by my juniors team left down the line, but I was more involved in customer facing role, managing customers, managing people, managing team requirement, team building, cohesiveness, and listening everyone, giving decisions. So I search and find out, when I completed my correspondence diploma in human resource management, so that I can develop some kind of people management skills, how to deal with individual differently, and that was pretty successful. And post that, I was attending every week these top management reviews. And during these reviews, every departmental head used to come and present on his side of story. And uh, I quite impressed with the kind of presentations, PowerPoints, and the delivery of presentation and the speech by the sales and marketing guys. I inspired them by them, and I thought that let me complete my master's in marketing management. So I got enrolled and then completed my master's in marketing management. Coincidentally, by the time I completed my master's in marketing, so internal within the organization, I got an opportunity to head the leadership kind of role for heading the capex budget planning, monitoring, and material management group within the Reliance Infrastructure. And it was again a 50-60 people team of all the officers and engineers, and my role was zero in terms of engineering but more in terms of managing and leading the team. And there also I started with the process and people integration, and well supported with the technology and brought the level of excellence. I was really proud that I was reporting to senior executive vice president that point in time, and he selected me. I was a DGM level guy, and one of the that departmental head was a VP, and he caught in some kind of whistleblower kind of activities, and he was thrown out of the organization. I have been selected at the middle management guy, promoted to the senior management, and given the responsibility. And within 2 years' time, I made it the turnaround of entire vertical, and that boosted my confidence. And after 2 years, when I was at peak of my success, then that time the renewable energy market or the renewable energy business was really picking up, and that was setting a biggest trend in the ecosystem. And then I thought that I should be moving to renewable energy, and I switched my job and joined the Mahindra Group in their clean tech arm of Mahindra Susten, where I was heading the business excellence, operational excellence, quality, CSR, sustainability, and all kind of process integration. After 1 year, I got promoted again to the chief operating officer of one of the distributed business vertical, and then the continuously the senior leadership role I'm working on. So that's how the transition, everything came on right time, right inspiration. I grabbed the opportunity, gained the knowledge, and I never stopped my learning.
Very impressive. A fortunate trail of events.
Correct.
Could you also share with us the top 3 accomplishments in your career that initially seemed difficult to achieve?
Yeah, I will just trifurcate this into 3 different phases of my career so that I can bring out the more contribution in terms of phase manner. So before employment, during my employment of junior and management cadre, and then at senior leadership position. So before employment, when I was a student, in my diploma in electrical engineering, I stood third in the entire state. I was third topper, and that could really led me to got admission into the VZTI, which was my dream and most prestigious organization that point in time for the engineering and technology. I got selected in VZTI, completed my engineering with gold medal. I was topper in last 2 years, and got placed for the in 3 organizations. Two were software and one was from the electrical engineering background. So for me, a person coming from a small town and achieving this kind of career move, and the I was also the one of the scholarship award, Tata scholarship awardee for my all entire engineering, all 6 years. I got the scholarship from the Tata. So that is my pre-engineering phase of getting placed and gold medal in the engineering and admission to the prestigious institute. My
So
second phase
I'd
was
just like to add, so whatever your environment gave to you, you're giving back to the environment
Yeah, it's, I'm
by,
always,
renewable, getting into this beautiful field of renewable source of energy. Yeah.
exactly, I fully agree with you. And the second phase of my career was actually into the professional life when I joined the organization. And then uh, during 2001 to 2008, this 7 years of span, I worked in different levels of junior and middle management cadre, wherein I contributed a lot, and organization was always my first priority. And I have been selected in 2008 for the Platinum Star Award, which is the the Chairman's Medal, which is called in the Reliance. When Reliance took over the BSES, that time it was a transformation, and they brought the entire change in culture, change in processes, change in the system, and adopting to those change and contributing from your side and achieving from 5,000 employees, you are the only one who picked up for that particular award, and got 1 lakh prize award with 35% of increment level, which is as good as changing your shifting the job and such kind of environment. And thereafter, promoting to the different level of responsibilities. That was really a satisfactory and some kind of achievement for me to excel further in my career growth. And the last, you already pointed out that when I was working in renewable energy as a senior leadership position, that awarded India's top 100 CXO powerful leaders to the contribution of my 1,000 plus projects and 1,000 megawatts execution into India and international Middle East and Southeast Asia, and my contribution to creating a leader. So leader's job is to create the leaders. So my most of the followers are now the leaders, on the verge of taking the leadership position. So a really satisfactory kind of achievements. So that's all I could elaborate on my 3 accomplishments.
Again, very, very impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been again series of achievements all through your career and
Yeah.
educational life also.
One point in time, I consult one of my very senior colleague. He was a senior executive vice president, and I told him, sir, I want to learn one thing, to face failures in life, because every during my phase of as a student career or the professional career, everything I grabbed the opportunity, got the success, and I moved on. But there could be some instances wherein I would have to face the failures, learn a big way, and move forward. So how can I do that? And he really helped me with all this, his success mantra on those facing the failures, being very agile, and failure is a stepping stone, but we should not repeat those failures and strive to achieve the learnings to be implemented and again excel. Fail but fail fast was his mantra to me. And
Okay.
from that day onwards, my learning to the team is also the same. I accept all kind of failures, but fail fast so that we move forward fast.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Big lesson also you have given us.
Yeah.
Pramod, since you are now a corporate governance expert, we should like to know what kind of perspectives as a global chief operating officer with substantial experience can bring to the table.
Yeah, I would say, when we talk about the corporate governance, so I'll bring on the table more governance with, enhanced kind of business excellence. So I will elaborate this with two perspectives, what and how. At board level, or if we focus on the corporate governance, so transparency and disclosure is the imperative. As a the shareholders, they get most of the things disclosed in terms of what. So what is the profit level, what is the employment level, what is the cost level, what are the horizons for the companies to achieving future. So all these are the whats, those are the numbers, those are getting disclosed in a beautiful way. But what missing is, how. So how to achieve that? How to maximize the profit, how to enhance or how to optimize the costing, how to maximize the return to the shareholders. So that how part is should be more focused. So I, describe what is basically what you want to achieve, but how is more important in the sense lead indicators and lag indicators. So lead is always this much profit, this much loss, but it is already declared. You can't do much about it. It is a lagging indicator for you. But how gives you the leading indicators? So in order to reach up to that profit, that kind of return, how to achieve that? So how part really it is the amalgamation of people, process, technology, and entire business excellence. So to focus and bring that thing on table, how to achieve by asking powerful questions to the team. We have to pause, reflect, and calmly ask people the open-ended questions. So those are not the leading question, but open-ended question. The advantage is that those are powerful one, and you get the ideas from the team itself. So those how part is very much important, and always one should focus on leading indicators. So lag indicators will get the align with the lead indicators. That's how my approach would be, and of course to contribute a lot in terms of my experience in the domain of CSR, sustainability, customer centricity, people development, leadership, organization building, vision to action exercising and aligning the organization in terms of strategic achievement orientation, and all this kind of gamut as a board committee, or as well as the leading and giving the directives to the team. That always the my.
That was beautiful. Pramod, as you know, we are building FaceTime with leaders, community for cross-pollination of knowledge, and a community of independent directors for having a better corporate governance in the country. What are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan and Mr. Heval Mehta and the whole team of World Development Corporation?
That is excellent initiative, I would say, Arjuna, and thanks to entire team of World Development Corporation. So again, just now I talked about what and how. If you ask me, you give your perspective on so things. What I would do, I will describe in writing and send it to you. You will get it, my thought process. What I think on these subjects or the topics. But if such kind of video platform and interactive session we have, so we'll get to know the how, the perspective on how. So what I think, and not only limited to that, but how I think, that perspective also are better in such kind of initiative. That is one. And second, of course, every industry stalwart coming up with his diverse kind of different backgrounds, different the experiences, different domain knowledge. If we share this, it's a great initiative for learning and cross deployment of those domain expertise, domain knowledge, and it will lead to a more integrated approach for enhancing the corporate governance. So it's really great initiatives. It's peer learning, cross learning, everything happens through this.
Thank you for your feedback, motivating feedback. And that was a fantastic conversation with you. I'm confident that your insights will inspire the future leaders. Thank you, Pramod, for joining us today. Wish you the best of luck. Wish you the best for your future endeavors. And trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you, Pramod.